Alright everyone, and welcome back to Season 8 of Formula Xbox, and we're here today for round 4 of the season then at Bahrain, and yeah, this one actually staying quite close to the start of the calendar then, and yeah, we're coming here then off the back of another night race actually, a Singapore Grand Prix, and that one went quite well for us then, not in qualifying, but certainly in the race we had a good first stint, and that sort of set us up for the rest of the race really, and we managed to finish on the podium in that one, and yeah, it was sort of what we really needed, because obviously before that Brazil just didn't go to plan at all. So yeah, we're coming into this one then hoping that we can be on the podium again, try and claw some points back then, because we have already dropped quite a way behind well, Height there, who was just taken provisional pole position, and yeah, see if we can close back up to him in the championship before he builds out too much of a gap then, and yeah, we'll see how we can do then. We've done one race at Bahrain already on this game, well actually we've done two, and yeah, and both of them they went quite well. I would say they went alright for us. I mean, AOL wasn't as great, but it was still not too bad, and STS we were going quite well until we disconnected, so we'll see how we do here then, as we originally go third. Unfortunately we got the invalidated on our out lap, and it invalidated the flying lap thingy on my second run, so yeah, I couldn't do another one after that, but I guess 6th is alright actually compared to some qualifyings I've had in this league, to be honest. But it's actually Melanie who took pole then from IHGs, and then it was Height in third. Our teammate Sam was in 9th there. Strategy at saying a 2-stop, but you can do the 1-stop here, super soft to mediums. Even if you qualify on the super soft, you can do that, and yeah, that is what we'll be doing then. I wasn't really sure what everyone else was going to be doing. I assumed everyone else was probably going to try and do that if they could, but yeah, we'll see what happens then, as we've got the lights coming on now. And away we go then in Bahrain, and it is a pretty good start from us there. We've got past Kay Gibbs off the start, and we're looking at Matty Bolton as well then towards turn 1, and we're on the inside then. We lock up a bit, and we've actually been boxed in quite a bit here. Then we've got our teammate and a Red Bull that can run outside, but there's been contact in turn 2. I think it was Melanie and Height right at the front there who collided, and Height is dropping back, and so is Melanie, and yeah, we're back up to 6th then. Sinan's up to 4th from I think 9th on the grid, and side by side then with Melanie in front of us, and yeah, we find ourselves still then in 6th place where we started, as we're looking at Melanie then into the hairpin, but he's looking at Sam as well there. There was a bit of contact, but yeah, luckily no damage for us there, and yeah, all got very messy in those first few corners, and we did see debris flying about, so I think a few people have damage. It certainly looked like Height did, and I think Melanie collided with him, so he probably does as well. And into turn 11 then, and Melanie is back at the inside of Sinan, who was very slow there, so I think he also has damage then. So very chaotic first few corners, and yeah, you can see Melanie has damage because of how slow he was in that right-hander, and we managed to dive at the inside into the penultimate corner, and we're up into 4th place. So what didn't look like a great turn 1 for us has actually worked out quite well then, and we find ourselves up in 4th place. There was actually carnage going into the pit lane on the first lap as well, which I think was caused by Sinan coming in as well, so yeah, that quite a few people out I think, and yeah, we're closing up to the back then, and Matty Bolton who's lagging quite a bit, and we've got blue flags for some reason, but yeah, we've got DRS, and we're going to try and get the inside then and see if we can not be affected by this lag too much. And through we go then on the inside, and we're up into the podium places with IHGs and Diablo in front of us then. Diablo making his debut, replacing Vapoku at Red Bull, and yeah, on lap 7 then IHGs has lost it from the lead of the race then, and yeah, that is obviously big first race. I was thinking he's probably likely to be one of the people who would do a 2-stop here, because he did that in Australia when a lot of people did the 1-stop, so I was thinking he was probably going to do that, and maybe he pushed a bit too hard there, I don't know, but yeah, he certainly went off there, and that may well have eliminated him as a threat. And in fact, we've actually got Diablo in then on lap 7, which you would think is probably 2-stop range there, because yeah, it is a bit of a stretch to take the mediums 22 laps. I mean, I'd say you can certainly do 20 on them, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see then as we come in then from the lead of the race. To go on to the medium tyres then, we had Casey and also Kev stay out then, so we're going to be down in third place then at least, but we're probably going to be leapfrogged by Diablo. But I was confident, well, I was feeling fairly confident, because I was thinking he would either have to pit again or we'd be quite slow at the end on those mediums, and we haven't come out too far behind him, so I was thinking that we had a good chance this one. And Casey has now pitted by this point, and we do have in fact Elusive Kev pitting just up the road in front of us there. So now we've got DRS and on Diablo down the pit straight, and this is a race for the lead then. And I'm not planning on pitting again, so yep, I've got DRS and I'm looking to the inside and on the brakes. It looks like we've got it done then, and into the lead. And yeah, I'm just going to hope I can stay there now, because as I said, I'm not planning on pitting again in this race. As we skip to lap 18, and we've actually got Matty Bolton then up into second place on soft tyres, so he's definitely two stopping then as we lap Prototype Budgie. But we did have a nice gap though, and he wasn't close enough to get past us then. We did actually get DRS there to pull away, as Matty actually does now pit then. So yeah, it's not looking likely that he'll be able to be close enough then in the final 10 laps then, because he's now dropping another pit stop behind us. And indeed that was the case for us then. And we just managed to control the pace then for the rest of the race. Only Casey actually did the one stop, as well as me, so yeah, he was the only person who sort of challenged us, but we had a nice gap to him, and we come across the line then to take our first win of the season. And yeah, it was I was very happy with that one. We managed to lead the race for most of the way really, sort of took the lead on lap 13, and we led it from there, like no other dramas after that. And yeah, that has done us so much good in the championship then, because Height didn't finish today, and he also actually ended up getting deducted points as well for an off-track offence in the group chat thingy. And yeah, he was deducted some points. So what that does mean now then is that we are now suddenly only 1 point off the lead in the championship, in the Drivers' Championship, and in the Constructors we are now into the lead then with that double points finish for me and Sinan then. So yeah, Ferrari at the top of the Constructors, and it really is now game on in both championships. And I'm hoping that we can stay at the top and defend that Constructors title for Ferrari. So yeah, in the Constructors, and I'm hoping now then that this will sort of help us go forward then in the Drivers as well. And it's looking very close between quite a few people as well. We've got Casey and Matty I think up there as well. I think Melanie's in there as well surely. So yeah, it's looking like a really interesting battle shaping up for the Drivers' Championship, and I'm hoping it stays that way for the rest of the season. So yeah, that is it then for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and let me know what you thought down in the comments below. I'll see you for the next Formula Xbox race, which is Japan then next week. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.